Most people think Stoicism is just about being emotionless, a kind of ancient armor you wear to avoid feeling too much. A way to grit your teeth and endure life with a stiff upper lip. But what if the real power of Stoicism isn't about controlling your emotions, but about something far deeper, something hidden in its origins? What if the popular version of Stoicism is just the tip of the iceberg, and the true, life-changing wisdom is waiting to be rediscovered? Our journey begins not with an emperor or a famous playwright, but with a shipwrecked merchant named Zeno, a man who lost everything. Around 300 BCE, Zeno of Citium, a merchant from Cyprus, was on a voyage from Phoenicia when a storm shattered his ship, sending his entire fortune to the bottom of the sea. He washed up in Athens with nothing. A moment that would break most people became the single most important event of his life. For in that ruin, Zeno discovered a set of principles that modern life has mostly forgotten. He famously joked that he made a prosperous voyage when I was shipwrecked, because this disaster led him to philosophy. It led him to found a school of thought that would shape Western civilization for centuries. Today, we're going back to that origin story. We're digging past the surface-level quotes and going straight to the foundations Zeno laid down. These are the 5 hidden Stoic principles that can truly level up your life. And if you're ready to go beyond the surface of this powerful philosophy, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our deep dives into ancient wisdom. Section 1. The Discipline of Assent, Mastering Your Judgment. The first hidden principle is arguably the most important because it's the engine that powers the entire Stoic system, the Discipline of Assent. While we know the names of later Stoics like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius, it was Zeno who first began to systematize Stoic philosophy into 3 parts: logic, physics, and ethics, a division that later Stoics like Chrysippus would fully develop. The Discipline of Assent is born from their study of logic, the very way we perceive and interpret the world. The Stoics made a critical distinction between an impression and our assent to it. An impression is the raw, unfiltered data that hits your mind. It's the email from your boss with the subject line urgent. It's the sound of your partner's tense voice. It's the sight of someone giving you a strange look. These things are automatic. You can't stop that initial thought from popping into your head. But here's where the power lies. You have complete control over the next step, which the Stoics called assent. This is the act of agreeing with the impression, of saying, yes, that's true. That is bad. That is a threat. Imagine you get that urgent email. The first impression is a jolt of anxiety. I've done something wrong. I'm in trouble. Now, the untrained mind immediately assents to this. It accepts the judgment as fact. Your heart rate quickens, your mind races, and a wave of negative emotions follows. You've created a state of suffering before you've even opened the email. The Stoic, however, practices the discipline of assent. They see the impression arise and they pause. In that gap, they ask questions. Is this impression true? Could this be urgent because it's a time-sensitive opportunity? Does my boss just need my help? Is my emotional reaction based on reason or just an old fear? By questioning the impression, you refuse to give it automatic agreement. You choose to see the event for what it is, an email, without layering on a story of doom and gloom. This isn't about suppressing fear. It's about refusing to manufacture it in the first place. As Zeno taught, a bad feeling is a commotion of the mind repugnant to reason. That commotion doesn't come from the event, but from our unexamined judgment about it. This is a hidden principle because it's the deep, internal work that makes the more famous Stoic ideas, like focusing on what you control, actually possible. Without mastering your assent, you'll constantly be hijacked by your initial reactions. With it, you reclaim the power to choose your response and to see reality with clarity. Section 2. The View from Above, Gaining Cosmic Perspective. Once we start mastering our inner world of judgments, the second hidden principle teaches us to radically reframe the outer world. This is the practice known as the view from above. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, wrote about this practice constantly in his private journal, Meditations. But its roots are in the Stoic understanding of physics, their view of the universe as a single, interconnected, and rational entity they called the logos, or universal reason. The view from above is a powerful meditation. Start by picturing yourself right where you are. Then, slowly zoom out. See your home, your neighborhood, your city spread out below. Keep zooming out, seeing your country as a patch of color on the globe, then the continents, the oceans, and finally, the Earth itself, a beautiful blue marble hanging in the blackness of space. Keep going. See our solar system, our sun as just one of countless stars in the Milky Way, and our galaxy as just one of billions swirling in the infinite cosmos. From this vantage point, look back at your own life. Think about the problem that's consuming you right now, the argument, the career setback, the anxiety that keeps you up at night. From the view from above, how significant does it really seem? The entire span of your life is a fleeting moment in the vast timeline of the universe. The things causing you so much stress are, from this perspective, almost infinitesimally small. This isn't meant to make you feel insignificant. It's meant to liberate you. It puts your ego in check and starves your anxieties of the importance they crave. Your personal dramas, seen against the backdrop of eternity, lose their suffocating grip. It also fosters a sense of connection. By seeing yourself as part of this vast, rational universe, you realize you're part of something much larger than yourself. Based on reports of his lost work, The Republic, Zeno argued that we should see all people as our fellow countryfolk and citizens, part of one community in a unified cosmos. From that height, our petty squabbles and divisions seem absurd. Practicing the view from above regularly is like a dose of perspective. It's a tool for shrinking your troubles and expanding your sense of purpose, reminding you that your problems exist within a much grander reality. Section 3. The Inner Citadel, Building an Unshakable Core. With the power to master our judgments and the perspective to see the bigger picture, we can now build our fortress. The third hidden principle is the creation of the inner citadel. This powerful metaphor, also made famous by Marcus Aurelius, is the ultimate expression of the core Stoic distinction between what is in our control and what is not. The inner citadel is a fortress within your mind, a place of calm and reason that no external event, no matter how chaotic, can ever breach. It's built on the understanding that while the world can take your possessions, your reputation, or even your freedom, it can never touch your mind, your capacity to choose, to judge, and to respond with virtue. Many people mistake this for cold detachment, imagining a Stoic hiding from the world. But that's a complete misunderstanding. The citadel isn't a bunker for hiding. It's a command center for living. It's the secure base from which you engage with the world. Think of it this way. When a storm rages, a well-built house provides shelter. The people inside aren't ignorant of the storm. They hear the wind and rain, but they are safe, warm, and can think clearly. The inner citadel is that house. When a crisis erupts at work or you receive devastating news, the world outside is the storm. The untrained mind is caught in the open, thrashed by the winds of panic and despair. But the Stoic practitioner has a place to retreat to mentally. For a few moments, they can withdraw into their citadel. Inside, they're protected from the initial emotional onslaught. They can consult their principles, activate the discipline of assent, and take the view from above. From this place of calm strength, they can choose a rational response, not a panicked reaction. Building this citadel takes time. It's fortified every time you choose reason over impulse, every time you take a breath before reacting, and every time you remind yourself that your core self is safe from external harm. Zeno's friend Stilpo embodied this perfectly. When his city was captured and he lost his family, he was asked what he had lost. He replied, "I have all my goods with me." His knowledge, his virtue, his rational mind, his citadel were untouched. This is true Stoic resilience. It's not about being invincible on the outside. It's about being impregnable on the inside. Section 4. Memento Mori, the liberating power of mortality. What good is a fortress if you're too afraid to leave it? This brings us to a principle that sounds morbid, but is one of the most energizing concepts in all of philosophy. The fourth hidden principle is Memento Mori. Remember, you must die. In our culture, we do everything we can to avoid thinking about death. We see it as a failure, a taboo to be hidden away. The Stoics did the exact opposite. They regularly contemplated their own mortality, not to create fear, but to generate clarity, purpose, and urgency. As Seneca wrote, "He who fears death will never do anything worthy of a man who is alive." Memento Mori works like a filter, stripping away everything that doesn't truly matter. When you hold the finite nature of your life in your mind, The trivial concerns that dominate your day begin to evaporate. The fear of what others think, the sting of a minor rejection, the anxiety over a small mistake, all of it is exposed as insignificant in the face of your mortality. Imagine you were told you have 1 month to live. What would you stop caring about immediately? You'd no longer worry about petty office politics. You wouldn't waste time on pointless arguments. You would act with intention and courage. Memento Mori is the practice of living with that level of clarity without the terminal diagnosis. It's a daily reminder that your time is a non-renewable resource. You have a limited number of days. Are you making them count? Are you spending them on what's truly important? This principle frees you from the tyranny of other people's expectations. It gives you the courage to take risks and to live a life aligned with your own values. Why live a life designed to please others when that life is so short? More than that, reflecting on death enhances your appreciation for life. The Stoics would practice imagining losing the things they held dear, not to be pessimistic, but to be more grateful for them in the present. By remembering that this day, this moment, this person in your life won't be here forever, you learn to cherish them more deeply right now. Memento Mori isn't about death, it's about life. It's a wake-up call to stop sleepwalking through your days and to live this present moment with purpose. Section 5. Amor Fati, Loving Your Fate. We've learned to master our judgments, gain perspective, build an inner fortress, and use our mortality to live with urgency. This brings us to the final, and perhaps most powerful, hidden principle, Amor Fati. The phrase, Latin for a love of one's fate, is famously associated with the philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche, but the concept is purely Stoic in origin. Epictetus, the slave-turned-philosopher, taught it this way: do not seek for things to happen the way you want them to. Rather, wish that what happens happen the way it happens. Then you will be happy. This goes beyond mere acceptance. It's not about gritting your teeth and enduring what life throws at you. It is the active, willing, and joyful embrace of everything that happens. The good, the bad, and the ugly, as if you had chosen it yourself. This is the ultimate test. Can you love that you got sick? Can you love that you lost the job? The Stoic answer is yes, because every event is an opportunity to practice virtue. The obstacle doesn't block the path. The obstacle is the path. Let's return to Zeno. When his ship sank, he lost everything. An untrained mind would see this as a catastrophe and respond with despair. But Zeno's legendary reaction, "I made a prosperous voyage when I was shipwrecked," is the perfect embodiment of Amor Fati. He didn't just accept his shipwreck, he loved it. He saw it not as the end of his story, but as the necessary beginning of a new one. That obstacle, that seeming disaster, was the very thing that directed him toward philosophy and his life's work. He turned a curse into a gift. Amor Fati is the belief that nothing is a mistake. Every challenge is a training exercise. Every setback is a lesson. It's the ultimate trust in the rational order of the universe, the logos. The Stoics believe that everything that happens is, in some way, necessary and for the good of the whole. To practice Amor Fati is to stop fighting with reality. It's to stop wishing things were different and to start finding the purpose in things as they are. It's the final step in leveling up, transforming you from a passive victim of circumstance into an active and joyful participant in your own destiny. Conclusion. So there we have them. 5 hidden principles that form the true foundation of Stoicism. We started with the discipline of assent, the key to mastering our inner world. Then, we used the view from above to gain perspective and shrink our anxieties. We learned to build an inner citadel, an unshakable fortress of calm and reason. We embraced Memento Mori, using the reality of death to bring clarity and urgency to our lives. And finally, we arrived at Amor Fati, the practice of not just accepting, but loving everything that happens to us. As you can see, Stoicism is so much more than just suppressing emotion. It's an active, profound, and practical system for a life of resilience and tranquility. It teaches us that peace of mind doesn't come from a life free of problems, but from becoming strong enough to handle any problem that comes your way. These original principles, born from a shipwreck in ancient Athens, are the forgotten secrets to truly leveling up your life. What do you think is the most powerful of these principles? Which one are you going to start practicing today? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one. And for more deep dives into ancient wisdom from modern life, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.